When you first boot up Rue Valley, you're going to be met with this wonderful disclaimer that is going to let you know that you're in for one hell of a good time with this game. For my character, I whacked as many points as I could into reckless, impatient, awkward, with just a splash of dramatic. I wake up in a therapist's office with a mysterious banging outside. It is here that instincts took over and I did the only logical thing you can do when faced with a therapist, which is lie.
That's good to hear. You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready.
I leave him with all my troubles to exit and find this lovely young woman, who is not in a talking mood. So instead, I briefly explore my surroundings before making my way to reception and coming across, without a doubt, the most rage-inducing character in this game so far.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet... No, the repair tech already
I tried to grab her
yesterday.
attention with the first skill check of the game, but my less than enthusiastic personality causes me to fail this. A good start so far. So I take a seat to pass the time waiting for her to finish the call. This doesn't work, and she makes me pass time again by getting up and looking out of the window. This works, and she reluctantly gives me the keycard to my room.
Your key card.
Walking into the wrong room, I'm confronted with a man who definitely did not give off serial killer vibes. My room looked as one might expect from a motel offering mandated psychotherapy. So I put away my suitcase and gingerly climbed into bed. However, it was not long until I received a phone call.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Shortly after ending my telemarketing scam, I realised that I can internalise the thoughts from the day. It seems that this is going to be crucial in figuring out why I am here. The next thing I know, a noise outside disturbs my well-needed rest. An angry-looking and I presume drunk driver seems to get into his car and speed off after ploughing into the transformer. So I do the only logical thing and try to use the broken vending machine that gifts me with 1 water. This is where everything takes a turn. The sky appears to catch fire and the world sets alight in a fiery Terminator 2 style explosion. No, I have not completed the game as I wake up back in my therapy office filled with dread and terror from the fiery explosion I just witnessed, though my therapist seems to have no knowledge of this. Like many things in my life, I fail at another skill check, which causes me to have a panic attack. My therapist offers me the most solid advice he can, which is don't worry about it.
Easy, Mr. Harrow. You're not having a heart attack or anything similar. Trust me.
Armed with his words of wisdom, I leave to see if everything is actually gone, only to find I am repeating the same day over again. Given that I'm in therapy, I would normally just assume this is me having a mental break, but something doesn't quite smell right here. So, after checking in for the second time, I get to scouring my room for clues. Like most people, I apparently have a huge fear of unpacking, and the toilet has seen better days. Drinking from the taps appears to be an unwise option, so I resort to praying for sleep, only to find a familiar voice waking me.
Sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
I internalize the world's fiery end before my routine wake-up alarm. I go to inspect the accident site with what I presume was the same drunk driver, only to be met with the same fiery end. I decide therapy is not for me, only to be emotionally sniped by the first person I come across.
Says the guy who looks like he's had at least 7 cups already.
It's only logical after such an insult that I would search the bins for my dignity. With no dignity in sight, I feel a strange calling from a nearby bench. As it turns out, this bench is the perfect vantage point from which to observe the patrons of the motel. I allow time to pass, having a hunch that there is far more to see from this bench. Which is where I come across the definitely not serial killer looking fellow exiting the reception, only to take a bike that looks a few sizes too small for him. With my curiosity piqued, I go to ask the receptionist what that was all about.
Are you ready to check in now, Mr. Harrow?
Which is where I discover he has the nickname
Don't tell
The
me you
Dumper
don't
in
know
this
about
area.
it. Speak into the
Now,
aquifer.
several images
After
came
that,
to my mind
people
when I
started
heard
calling
this
him the
nickname, but it
Dumper.
turns out it's because he is responsible for polluting the water supply.
Are you ready to
I check
now,
in
Mr.
to get
Harrow?
some sleep before my routine annihilation. I go to ask my therapist about the fiery end I have experienced several times now, only for him to give the most therapist answer I have ever
So
heard.
what would you say that fiery sky means to you?
I leave his office defeated and instinctually head straight for the car, where I embrace how my character feels. Now, this has just been the first part in my Rue Valley playthrough and a way of me experimenting with a new style of editing. As always, if you've listened to this or watched it, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.